Okay, so hopefully you've got some value out of the last 11 videos where I've taken you through the steps that I look at when making decisions about logistics technology. The goal of this plan is that you minimize risk and optimize your available opportunities without spending way too much money. So as a refresher, we looked into research. So how do we establish what's in the marketplace? Who do we talk to? And how do we analyze those referrals and reviews that we see everywhere? Talked about the arguments in favor of not changing, which is an important step that you cannot afford to skip, because at some stage in the future, someone's going to ask, who decided to bring this on? And you need to be able to say, me, and this is why we did so. You need to look at the timing. So the timing of the change from a strategic and a tactical point of view, how that fits in with what's going on in the market in general, and how it fits in with your strategic plan as a business decision maker. We looked at which tech. So is it cloud? Is it local? Is it iOS? Is it Android? Is it a mix of all those? Just again, not being distracted by what the newest or the brightest and shiniest thing are, because cloud isn't the best option for everyone, and Apple isn't the best option for everyone. We also looked at integrations. So remembering that we're in a supply chain, where and how do we fit into that chain? And then how do we continue to be able to virtually talk to our suppliers and to our customers to ensure that the data comes in, the data goes out, and everyone's happy and everything keeps rolling very nicely. There's also integrations within our business. So to an ERP or to a dispatch software or to driver platforms and whatever that might be. We talked about reliability. So can you depend upon the software or hardware you're about to put in, and what's going to happen when that necessarily doesn't work, how to look at other companies in the industry and see how their reliability has gone, how to compare vendors for potential reliability as well. We looked at security, which cannot be underestimated, whether it's accidental, someone accidentally sending out a whole bunch of your data to someone they shouldn't have, or whether it's bad actors or people who maliciously are trying to get hold of your data, or even to hurt your company personally. So we looked at what factors need to be involved in there. Again, a little bit of effort spent now on just a couple of little security steps will potentially save you, who knows, the whole company perhaps, if you make some really bad decisions down the track. We looked at future proofing. So how do I ensure that the decision we're making today will stand the test of time over the projected lifetime of that decision? So if we're making a decision that we want to last 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, as a company goes 10 or 100 times bigger than what it is now, how do we ensure that the decision we're making and the tools that we're using are going to last the journey? It's you've got to be very careful when dealing with software salespeople in particular, talking about the fact they're going to be upgrading forever. Let's just put a little bit of common sense around that discussion, perhaps. We looked at support, so vital in the sales and the pre-sales process. So before you bring this software or hardware on, as you're installing this or deploying this across your company, and then what happens once everything's up and running? Who's going to look after you? How accessible are they going to be? Does it matter if they're onshore or offshore? Does it matter if they're around the corner and can be there in 5 minutes, or we've got to fly in from another state and can't be there for another 24 hours? And obviously we've looked at the costs. Some of this stuff is really, really expensive. And even the cheap stuff might end up being expensive if all the costs aren't taken into account. So are there license fees? What are the license fees based around? Are there subscription fees? Do we have to buy more hardware to deal with it? Just to put a bow around all that so that you know that you can say, we're going to spend X and this is the value we're going to deliver. We also look there at the cost of not changing. So it's important to remember that if we do go with business as usual and don't employ this new technology, there may be a cost, either in foregone sales, either in more expensive deals with our suppliers, or just with the business not running as efficiently and effectively as it would do so. So that's the content. You've got the mind map now, you've got the videos to guide you through. There's also transcriptions available of the videos as well. Just in case I've spoken a little bit too quickly, I'll share that all with you through the available tools. Of course, Ask Marsh Logistics Technology, I am here to help. So if you've looked at all this and think that you might want a little bit of outside help, more than happy to have a quick free call with you, talk about what your challenges are, what's unique to you, and then if we find some common ground, we can move forward from there. So to find me, the best place is to go to askmarsh.com, and there'll be a link in this after this. You can click on either of these links and you'll find me, either to book a session, to book a call, to book a video chat. And you can also check me out on Twitter and on LinkedIn, and all the available links will be available for you after this. I'd also love to hear your feedback. So did you find the map, did you find the story I've told you over the last few sessions valuable? Is there stuff I could have spoken about that you would like to have known about? Or did I talk about something too much? This is a work in progress, not a carving in stone. Anyway, thank you very much. My name is Marshall Hughes. You can find me at Ask Marsh, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya.